Welcome to the Solemn Tones channel. So today is gonna be a very short video. It's not gonna be a tutorial of any sorts. We just released a second version of Loki Bass, Loki Bass 2.0 if you will. This is of course just a free upgrade, just some quality of life changes and or fixes for you. So by the time this video is up, if you ordered Loki Bass before, you should have received an email in your mailbox. Maybe check your spam folder with the updated version. And unlike before, we actually built installers. And so I hope that now people who are a bit more advanced can just do whatever the hell they want, whilst people who are a bit new just get the installer, click a button, everything works. So as for the update, let's load Loki Bass in this example Allfather. You've heard it before. In the instrument input, AU Instruments, Solemn Tones, Loki Stereo. Alright, so the first change you will immediately see is here. You can actually select a preset now before loading. So earlier, in the earlier version, you automatically loaded Maxim's bass and that sounded mix ready, bam, just like that. However, if you are the kind of person who likes to make your own tone, built on the DI we recorded, you had to actually load Maxim's bass and then reload into raw DI, which isn't ideal. So now you can just choose if you want to start off with finger picking, bam, if you want to start off with raw DI and Maxim's bass and so forth. So this time you can choose which preset to load by default. The next change we did is, as you can see, the active key switch right now is alt picking, so alternative picking. We changed the default key switch to alt picking instead of down picking because it sounds a bit more real and you don't really sacrifice much attack by switching to alt picking. Now if you do want down picking, you just use the down picking key switch. As you can see right here, that's C sharp and it'll play down picking, but by default it will just sound a bit more real. Finally, we also fixed something in raw mode. Inside raw mode you had this random little sound that could sometimes play during another note, and it was kind of distracting in my opinion. I didn't really like it. Sure, it sounded real, but it screwed up the performance in a way that a pro wouldn't. So now we've quickly fixed that, and now raw mode is better than it ever was. Finally, we also did a small bug fix. There was actually a note in the lowest octave, the G, that had this weird bump in the pick attack that I didn't really like. It made the performance less consistent, so we replaced that note and that's now fixed as well. So overall, as you can see, we didn't do any major changes. We just made slight improvements that turned the product from 100% to 105%, if that makes sense. Hope you found this helpful, and if you haven't picked up Loki Bass just yet, you can do so in the description. Ciao!